In today's video, we're going to be looking at breakouts and elephant candles. Hello, beautiful traders of the internet. I hope everybody's going extremely well. Welcome to my channel. My name is David. We're going to be looking at a new strategy today, which involves breakouts and elephant candles. I'm going to be coding it to backtest it. So the best idea is to get straight over to my computer as always, have a look at the trading strategy and see how it does on backtesting. Okay, let's go. Okay, here I am on TradingView. As always, this video was inspired by The Geek Trading, or the Trading Geek. He speaks very much about the breakouts that we're going to be looking at today. I've drawn two lines on my chart just to explain what a breakout pattern is. Now, a breakout pattern is where either two key levels, it can be a triangle pattern, it can be a high of the day and a low of the day, key support and level, support and resistance levels, could be creating a pattern that could break out. Problem is they're showing all over the place, so we're going to be looking for a algorithmic way of detecting them so that we can backtest with better results and also connect to bots and do everything automatically. We also avoid human error when backtesting using code, which gives us more reliable results. Anyway, all of my indicators and strategies are available in the description below using the Patreon. There's loads of great tools there and a wonderful community as well if you're interested in joining us. Less of the plugin, back over to the strategy. So these are the two levels that I've added today just for the example. As you can see, price bounces round and consolidates in this area here. It's a bit of a large area, but it just helps to show on YouTube the area that we're using today. As price comes up and hits that previous level, we're going to be pushing up and breaking out. Problem is, as you can see, sometimes it fakes out just like this here. We're going to be using indicators like the Hurst exponent to detect whether market is either trending or in a consolidation period. And then we're going to be using volume and things like that to actually detect whether or not we're going to be taking our trade. So I'm going to now add the indicators to the chart and I'm going to explain everything to you now. Okay, so the first indicator that I'm going to be adding today is going to be the elephant candles. Elephant bar by Olivier Villiers. Excuse me if I didn't pronounce that correctly. This indicator is going to be showing us elephant bars on our charts. Let's remove the drawings here. This indicator shows us big bars with small wicks, which allows us to detect whether a breakout is bullish or bearish and gives us a little bit more confirmation. We're also going to be adding another couple of indicators. We're going to be adding the volume flow by Lazy Bear, which is this one here. And our final indicator that we're going to be adding today is going to be the Hurst exponent, which is by Quant Nomad just there. Now, if I double click on the chart, we have all of them here for us to see. The simple Hurst is a very, very good indicator for us to detect whether market is trending, whether it is in consolidation or inside of a random walk. Now we have this green line here. We're not going to change anything to the settings. I'm just going to make it a little bit thicker so that we can see it on YouTube here. And I'm going to make it white because it shows up a little bit better on my screen. Okay, so this indicator here I use a lot since I started algo trading. It is very, very good to detect whether market is sideways or trending. If price is below this 50 level, we're in a consolidating market. If it is above, we are potentially in a trending market. And if price is at the 50 line, we're actually in a random walk. It's very good at finding those levels for us and helping us to detect what kind of market it is in. We're also adding the volume flow, which is this indicator here, where price is above 0 and the green line is above the orange. It's detecting that there's enough volume in the market, and that's where we're going to be taking our entries. We're also going to be using, as I said earlier, the elephant candles here. Now this elephant candle will help us to detect a breakout and confirm that breakout just there. The final indicator, which I did forget to say what we're going to be using, is the Donchian channel. As we make new highs on this channel is used by the Turtle Traders, which is a very well-known story in the algo trading world. As price breaks over a previous high, we create new highs in this blue line here. This is where we're going to be taking our entries, and if we're looking for a short, we're looking to break previous low in this channel for us to take our shorts. this is how we're going to be building our trading strategy today. Okay, let's have a look at an example trade here. I'm going to make these just a little bit smaller so we can see on the charts here. Okay, as you can see, we are breaking above this blue line here, which is our channel for our entry. We also have a couple of elephant candles here, which are giving us our bullish confirmation. We're looking for, as I said earlier, price to be below this 50 line here, which is perfect on these candles here, and then we wait for our breakout to happen. That means we're trying to get an early entry where the price was potentially consolidating before and then moving into a trending market. We're then looking for green to be over orange, and as you can see here, we're breaking out on this candle here just after this candle, which is a perfect entry. So we would have got our entry on this candle just here. We're going to be setting our stop loss to the low of this channel here. And we're going to be looking for a 1 to 1.3 risk to reward. Wow. And as you can see, that would have been a perfect win for that. Now that's very much cherry picking. I'm going to go away and code this. I will also try different things like an ATR channel, which may work better than this channel here. Okay, I'm going to go away and code it. I'll be back with the backtesting results in a couple of seconds. But before I go over to my results, let me just show you a really exciting project that I'm working on at the moment called Leader.trade. It is a copy trading website where you'll be able to get signals and copy traders in one single click. But the difference between other copy trading platforms is that I've been recording and scraping data from all of the top traders across several different platforms and recording that data into a database over the past couple of months, so you'll be able to see with full transparency how well traders are actually doing before actually copying them. So I'm trying to build it on transparency and building profits for everybody. So you'll be able to sign up with the links down in the description. It's currently in beta tests. If you invite enough people, you'll get freely invited to test the platform, and it also be part of the Patreon for anybody that's part of the Patreon at the moment. Okay, so let's get over to the results. Okay, here I am back at the screen, still on the 30-minute BTC USDT. Fully set up this trading strategy using Botify, but I will also do this as a standalone indicator as well for anybody that's part of the Patreon. If you go over to the settings, I have, as I said, used earlier, I've decided to use the ATR for the stop loss and take profit, as it seemed to work extremely well. I've explained the ATR in many videos before. As you can see in the settings here, you're getting your entry as I said earlier. We're going to go all the way down and continue looking at the other settings. I have done a ATR with a risk to reward of 1.3, as I said earlier. 1.3 risk to reward, as you can see here. All of the other settings are pretty much standard. I've used leverage, dynamic leverage by the David Tech algorithm that we built together here on the channel a long time ago. If I continue scrolling down, as you can see, I haven't actually added any other confluence. I do not trade big events anymore. It seems to make a lot of my trading strategies a lot more profitable by pausing my bots through the periods where there's a lot of fluctuation in the market, where you can go either way. So I paused my bot between for 60 minutes before and 60 minutes afterwards. Before any big events like the PPI, the CPI, and things like that. Now, I've got my Hurst set to 200 length and set to consolidating market, as I said earlier. No ADXs or anything like that. We have our volume flow set to 75 length. And I'm trading all week except for Saturday and Sunday. That's just my personal preference. You can turn on Saturday and Sunday. It does make it a little bit more profitable, but takes down the win rate. Okay, so now let's have a look at some of these results over here. We have a 61% win rate, which is great. We have profit. We'll go through the profit in a minute. Max wins in a row was 5. Max losses in a row were 3. We have total wins of 45. Total losses of 28. 73 trades, which is a little bit lower than I would hope for in a backtesting results, but it is what it is. We have a profit factor of 1.9. We've been trading since the 10th of the 1st, so the 10th of January. As you can see, the back testing results for the full year is here. As you can see, most of the months are green. None of them really stand out with a humongous amount of profit, which is great, I feel personally, because the reason I look for that is that one big month could cover up a load of bad failing months before or afterwards. You could look at something and it look extremely profitable, but it could be that it's just covered up a month or two. As you can see, most of the months are in the green except for 4. If I go over to the trading panel, as you can see, our equity curve looks pretty good. There are some dipping areas, but that is something that I look for as well, because anything that looks too good to be true probably is too good to be true. We have 321% net profit, 73 trades as I said earlier. Our max drawdown was 22%. You've got to remember we're using leverage here, so it's a little bit high maybe for some people, but if you're using leverage, it's not as bad as it looks, I guess. If I go along here, we're going to be going over. Our strike ratio is a little bit lower than I would like at 0.63. These are on standard settings. I haven't actually changed the elephant candle. You can play around with that. I'll show you in a minute how to make them a little bit stricter. The reason I left it on this one is because the number of trades went down to even less, and I wanted as many trades as I possibly get out of it to show you guys. Then if I go down, we can have a look at the actual buy to hold, which we absolutely smashed. The buy to hold was minus 26%. And as I said earlier, we are at 321% profit. So that is absolutely brilliant. List of trades, don't really need to go through that. That's all. Okay. Let me just go through one last thing. If you're looking for a more of a less risky situation, I've been playing around with these settings here. Over here, you can actually turn this up to 75 and it makes it a little bit more of a win rate. Over here we'll move up to about 63% over here, but there's a lot less trades, so that's why I didn't show that one earlier. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. Seems very profitable. The equity curve looks very, very good. You'll be able to add this trading strategy to your portfolio of trading strategies with David Tech. The link to Patreon is down in the description. Like I said, come and join us on leader.trade and sign up for the beta testers. I'm giving away loads of free access, and there's going to be tons of prizes for the official launch in the next couple of weeks. And without further ado, I'll see you on Friday. Keep safe, keep trading, trade like a boss, and I'll see you on Friday. Goodbye.